Reçetilme istemek.
When people talk about science fiction movies that combine fast-paced action with mind-bending ideas, Lucy is almost always part of the conversation. Released in 2014 and directed by the visionary filmmaker Luc Besson, the film dares to ask an extraordinary question: what if a human being could transcend ordinary limitations and gain abilities far beyond anything we currently understand? Instead of presenting a realistic scientific prediction, the movie embraces imagination, philosophy, and suspense to create an experience that keeps viewers thinking long after the credits roll. From its opening moments, the film establishes an atmosphere of uncertainty and danger. Rather than slowly introducing its world, it immediately places the audience into a situation where every decision carries serious consequences. This urgency becomes one of the movie's greatest strengths because it keeps the pace moving while gradually introducing larger philosophical questions about intelligence, knowledge, evolution, and the true potential of the human mind. At the center of everything is Lucy, portrayed by the incredibly talented Scarlett Johansson. Her performance is one of the strongest aspects of the film because she convincingly portrays a character undergoing an impossible transformation. In the beginning, Lucy feels like an ordinary young woman trying to navigate difficult circumstances, making her someone the audience can easily relate to. As events unfold, however, her personality, behavior, and perspective begin to evolve in fascinating ways. What makes Johansson's performance so compelling is the subtlety of her transformation. Instead of relying only on dramatic dialogue, she communicates enormous changes through facial expressions, posture, eye contact, and even the rhythm of her speech. As Lucy's understanding of reality expands, her emotional reactions gradually become calmer and more controlled. This shift isn't portrayed as simple heroism or villainy; instead, it raises an interesting question about whether limitless knowledge might fundamentally change what it means to be human. The supporting cast also deserves recognition. Morgan Freeman appears as Professor Norman, a respected scientist whose research into the brain serves as an intellectual foundation for many of the film's ideas. Freeman's calm and authoritative presence brings credibility to the more speculative concepts explored throughout the story. Even though the movie is packed with action, his scenes encourage viewers to think beyond explosions and chase sequences, asking deeper questions about human evolution and the pursuit of knowledge. Visually, Lucy is remarkably stylish. Luc Besson has always been known for creating films that balance energetic action with striking visual storytelling, and this movie continues that tradition. Every frame feels carefully designed, from the use of lighting and color to the dynamic camera movements that create a sense of momentum. The cinematography doesn't simply record events, it actively contributes to the audience's understanding of Lucy's changing perception of the world. The editing is another standout element. The movie frequently cuts between seemingly unrelated images, creating visual metaphors that encourage viewers to connect ideas rather than simply follow events. These artistic choices give the film a distinctive personality, making it feel different from many traditional action thrillers. Some viewers love these experimental moments because they add depth and symbolism, while others find them unconventional, but they undeniably help the movie stand out. The visual effects are also impressive, particularly considering the film's relatively modest budget compared to many Hollywood blockbusters of its era. Instead of relying exclusively on massive explosions or large-scale destruction, many of the effects are designed to represent abstract concepts such as perception, information, memory, and the passage of time. This creative approach allows the visuals to support the film's themes rather than existing purely for spectacle. One of the most fascinating aspects of Lucy is the conversation it sparked about neuroscience. The film famously builds its premise around the old claim that humans use only a small percentage of their brains. Modern neuroscience has repeatedly shown that this idea is a myth. Different regions of the brain perform different tasks, and over the course of daily life, virtually all parts of the brain are active in one way or another. The filmmakers were aware that this concept belongs more to the realm of science fiction than scientific fact. Rather than attempting to create a documentary, the movie uses this myth as a launching point for an imaginative exploration of what unlimited mental abilities might look like. This distinction is important because appreciating Lucy often depends on understanding its intentions. Viewers expecting strict scientific realism may find themselves questioning many of the movie's assumptions. On the other hand, audiences willing to embrace speculative fiction are likely to enjoy the bold creativity on display. In many ways, the film resembles a philosophical thought experiment more than a traditional science-based thriller. Another reason the movie remains memorable is its pacing. Many science fiction films spend a significant amount of time explaining complex rules and building elaborate fictional worlds. Lucy takes a different approach by moving quickly and trusting the audience to keep up. This fast pace creates excitement and ensures there is rarely a dull moment, although it also means that some ideas are introduced more quickly than they are fully explored. The soundtrack also contributes significantly to the overall experience. Rather than overwhelming every scene with loud orchestral music, the score carefully shifts between tension, mystery, and excitement depending on the emotional needs of each moment. Combined with effective sound design, it creates an immersive atmosphere that enhances both the action and the quieter philosophical scenes. One of the reasons Lucy continues to generate discussion years after its release is that it refuses to fit neatly into a single genre. It combines action, thriller, science fiction, philosophy, and even elements of psychological drama. This blend gives the movie a unique identity, making it appealing to viewers who enjoy films that challenge conventional storytelling while still delivering exciting entertainment. As the story progresses, the central question becomes increasingly intriguing. If someone could access unimaginable levels of intelligence and perception, would they still think, feel, and behave like an ordinary human being? Or would they gradually become something entirely different? Rather than providing simple answers, the movie encourages viewers to think about these possibilities for themselves, making its themes far more memorable than its action alone.